Ever wondered how global economic systems operate and influence our lives? Well, you're not alone. Every day, billions of people all over the globe participate in a complex network of economic exchanges and interactions, often without fully realizing the extent of their involvement. From the moment we wake up to the time we go to bed, we're part of a global economic system that dictates and shapes our day-to-day activities. The coffee you sip in the morning, for instance, has likely traveled thousands of miles, passing through multiple hands and crossing numerous borders before reaching your cup. The clothes you wear, the mobile device you use, even the food you eat, they're all products of this intricate, interconnected global economy. But understanding how these systems work isn't straightforward. It's like trying to solve an enormous jigsaw puzzle, with each piece representing a different country, corporation, or consumer. These pieces are constantly shifting and evolving, influenced by myriad factors including politics, technology, and climate change. It's a dynamic living system that demands our attention and understanding. Now think about this. What if there was a way to make sense of this complexity? What if there was a framework that could help us understand how these global economic systems function, how they're structured, and how they impact our lives? This is where world systems analysis comes in. World systems analysis is a multidisciplinary, macro-scale approach to world history and social change. It emphasizes the world system, rather than nation-states, as the primary unit of social analysis. It's a lens through which we can examine and better understand the complexities of the global economy. In order to understand these systems better, let's delve into the world of world systems analysis. This approach, with its focus on the big picture, can help us see how we, as individuals and societies, fit into the larger global economic puzzle. It can give us a clearer understanding of the world as we know it. And perhaps most importantly, it can provide us with the tools we need to navigate this complex, interconnected world. The concept of world systems analysis was first introduced by Immanuel Wallerstein in the 1970s. Immanuel Wallerstein, a notable scholar and sociologist, was born in 1930 in New York City. He was a product of his time, a period marked by social and political turbulence. His upbringing in the throes of the Great Depression and World War II shaped his perception of the world, leading him to question the established norms and systems of the day. Wallerstein's academic journey was a rich tapestry of diverse fields. He pursued a bachelor's degree in history before delving into sociology and African studies. His eclectic academic pursuits fostered a comprehensive understanding of human society, which later culminated in his creation of the world systems analysis. The 1970s were a tumultuous time in global history. The world was grappling with the aftermath of decolonization, the Cold War was at its peak, and economic disparities between nations were growing exponentially. Amidst this backdrop, Wallerstein observed a pattern. He noticed that the global economy was not a collection of independent national entities, but an interconnected system. He saw a world divided into core, semi-periphery, and periphery nations, each playing a distinct role in the global economic system. His observations led him to develop the world systems analysis, a theoretical framework that posits the world as an interconnected system rather than a collection of independent nations. This theory was groundbreaking in its approach. It challenged the traditional view of global economics and offered a fresh perspective that accounted for the complex interplay of social, political, and economic factors on a global scale. Wallerstein's world systems analysis was not without its critics. However, its profound impact on sociology, history, and economics cannot be overstated. It provided a fresh lens through which to view and understand the complexities of the global economic system. Wallerstein's theory was a revolutionary approach to understanding global economics. At the heart of world systems analysis are several key concepts. These concepts weave together like threads in a tapestry to give us a comprehensive understanding of the world we live in. The first thread we'll unravel is the core periphery structure. Imagine the world as a living organism. The core, like the heart, pumps life into the rest of the body. These are the developed nations, the powerhouses of economic and political influence. They thrive on the periphery's resources and labor, the less developed nations, akin to the body's extremities. But this isn't a one-way street. The core needs the periphery, and vice versa. Their interdependence is the lifeblood of the world system. Next, we have the semi-periphery nations, the middle children of the world system. They're more developed than the periphery nations, but not as influential as the core. They're the transition zones, the buffer between the core and the periphery. They play a vital role in maintaining stability, absorbing economic and political shocks that could otherwise destabilize the system. The third thread is the concept of the world economy. This isn't about individual countries' economies, but the global economy as a single interconnected entity. It's about understanding that an event in one part of the world can ripple across the globe, affecting countries thousands of miles away. The world economy is like a vast web where each strand is connected, and a vibration in one part can be felt throughout. Finally, we must remember that world systems analysis isn't a static model. It's a dynamic and evolving framework that adapts as the world changes. It helps us decode the complex dance of nations, their interactions, and their impacts on the global stage. These principles help us understand the dynamic nature of our global economic system. They're the key to unlocking a deeper understanding of the world, allowing us to see beyond borders and appreciate the intricate web of interdependence that binds us all. Over time, world systems analysis has evolved to keep up with the changing global landscape. It's a story of constant adaptation, expansion, and refinement, mirroring the dynamism of the world it seeks to understand. In the early stages, world systems analysis was primarily focused on the economic exchanges between core, semi-peripheral, and peripheral countries. However, as the global landscape began to shift, so too did the scope of this analysis. Scholars started acknowledging the influence of political, cultural, and environmental factors on global systems. This holistic perspective has since become a cornerstone of world systems analysis. Let's consider the contributions of some notable scholars. For instance, Giovanni Arrighi expanded upon the original concepts by examining the cyclical shifts of economic power across different regions over time. His work highlighted the ebb and flow of global power dynamics, adding a temporal dimension to our understanding of world systems. Then there's Janet Abu-Lughod, who turned her gaze to the past. She traced the roots of the modern world system back to the 13th century, challenging the Eurocentric bias of traditional world systems analysis. Her work underscored the importance of historical context in interpreting contemporary global systems. And let's not forget Immanuel Wallerstein, the father of world systems analysis. Even he continued to refine his theories. In response to the accelerating pace of globalization and the rise of transnational entities, Wallerstein emphasized the increasing interconnectedness of the world and the blurring of traditional boundaries. These are but a few examples of the countless scholars who have expanded and enhanced world systems analysis over the years. Each new perspective, each fresh insight, brings us closer to a more nuanced understanding of our complex world. The evolution of world systems analysis reflects the ever-changing nature of our global system. It's a testament to the adaptability of this analytical framework and its enduring relevance in our quest to make sense of the world around us. In today's interconnected world, world systems analysis is more relevant than ever. We're not just living in countries or regions anymore. We're part of an intricate global system where economic, political, and social dynamics intertwine across borders. World systems analysis in the 21st century helps us understand this system, allowing us to see beyond our immediate surroundings and appreciate the bigger picture. Let's consider the digital revolution, for instance. It's not just about smartphones and social media. It's a transformation that's reshaped our global system, creating new cores and peripheries in the digital landscape. World systems analysis helps us understand this shift, shedding light on how digital technologies are changing power dynamics and economic relationships worldwide. However, the application of world systems analysis in today's world also presents challenges. As our global system becomes more complex, so does the task of mapping and understanding it. For instance, how do we account for the rise of non-state actors, such as multinational corporations or international NGOs, in a framework traditionally focused on nation-states? How do we capture the nuances of a world where power and influence are increasingly diffuse? Despite these challenges, world systems analysis also presents opportunities. It encourages us to think critically about our world and our place in it. It invites us to question assumptions about progress and development, and to consider the implications of our actions on a global scale. It prompts us to explore alternatives to the current world system and to imagine what a more equitable, sustainable global system might look like. As we navigate the complexities of our world, world systems analysis offers a valuable lens to view and understand it. It reminds us that we're not just observers of global dynamics, but active participants in them. and it challenges us to use this understanding to make our world a better place. After all, the world system is not just something that happens to us. It's something we help shape every single day. So, what have we learned about world systems analysis? We've journeyed through the birth of this intriguing concept, which emerged as a fresh lens to examine the world. It's a perspective that doesn't view nations in isolation, but as part of a complex, interconnected system. We've delved into its core tenets, understanding how it categorizes societies into core, semi-periphery, and periphery, and how these categories shape the dynamics of global inequality. It's a theory that challenges us to reassess our understanding of economic and political power. Our exploration continued with the evolution of world systems analysis, witnessing its adaptations and refinements over time. We've seen how it remains relevant in the 21st century, helping us navigate the complexities of globalization, capitalism, and social change. In essence, we've understood that world systems analysis is not just a theoretical framework, but a powerful tool, a compass that helps us decipher the workings of our interconnected world. Understanding world systems analysis equips us with a powerful tool to decipher the workings of our interconnected world.